gotta challenge your values. That's what the thing is. You gotta challenge your values, like for real. Like the things that you learn, like it for real. Like if you, I don't know nobody for real. I don't know a person who can do stuff like that and don't think about it when they done. Like I just can't imagine like you just you slap somebody, or you just stone them and you just stone them to death, and you don't have no emotions about it when you done. Like I don't see that being the case, bro. Like I know that for the most part, like most people are decent until they get to a situation where they can't be decent anymore. Like I get that, but like you as a human being, you gotta understand, like, yo, this is at some point is gonna come back and haunt me.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me. Not for the time that I've spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains. I wasn't made to be a player, I was made to build a game.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack. We're back in the lab once again, but before we get started, please trample over that like and subscribe button. We do this for y'all because we love y'all, and we just want to give y'all the motivation to be better than y'all were yesterday. All right, Mac, how we doing? How we doing?
A little bit worse now. Irritated.
Technology, man. Technology it's a lovely thing, but it could be a pain in the butt sometimes. I swear. Uh, but yeah. Internet it's been real crazy lately. Uh, I don't know if it was because maybe we had it plugged in straight to the wall and like a storm came a couple days ago. Maybe that messed it up, but it be doing fine some days, and then it just be doing straight trash other days. And I can't figure out what's going on with it. I don't know if the wind blows, the whole thing starts acting up. So it's just it's crazy living out in the country and trying to have a productive tech life. You know.
Hmm. Every
Pretty
time
fun.
I every time I talk to you and Bishop, I hear more reasons to leave the country than to stay. But yet, ain't neither one of y'all trying to move out of there. I ain't trying to hear that.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Like after dealing with all this, I'm like, yo, I need to find a place where I can get one of those what do you call it? The fiber optic cables or whatever, or the satellite internet somewhere where I just can get straight nothing but maybe like 1,000 whatever download speeds or 1,000 plus upload speeds. If that's even possible, I need to figure out where that is. 'Cause
I don't know if that's even possible or
this
not.
is ridiculous.
I mean, they say it's possible, but they don't usually get at the people's houses.
Fact.
As like, yo, why do you need that?
They give it to like big corporations and stuff.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Um, I bet you Google got it. I mean, Google probably created it, but anyway,
Right.
that's not the hero there. Anyway, I'm trying to get back into the mode, man. If you guys haven't already figured out, this is take two. Um, I was already going in, and I got interrupted. Um, but we just gonna go ahead and roll with it. It already happened. Can't do nothing about the past now. I don't remember where we were, so Mark, you going to help me out. I don't even know how much you heard. I mean, obviously it doesn't matter now because we already restarted the episode. So, what's up, man? Help me out here. That shit
Kinda
cut out mad early. All
yeah.
right, all right. So, check this out. Um, something happened to me this week
Mm.
that I wanted to bring to the podcast, but it was a specific way that I wanted to bring it to the podcast because I don't want to talk about it on from the level that I'm at now. Because if I talk about it from the level that I'm at now, it's just going to end up like it's going to end up being a rant. So I don't want to go there. I don't want to rant about work right now. I don't want to rant about corporate America and how managers are trash. Most managers are trash, or how you know your company keep hiring kids out here to manage you or babysit you. I don't want to talk about that because that's neither here or there. What I want to talk about is how you as an individual, because you who listening to this podcast, you got dreams, you got goals, you want to be a part of a successful team, you want to be a part of a successful business, and you want to be the boss. You're going to be the boss whether you want to or not. Like if you got a dream, you got a goal, you're going to have to be the boss. You're going to have to step up to the plate and be the CEO. You're gonna have to step up to the plate and be the president or whatever the case is. You don't even have to be the CEO. Like for real, you can start a company, you can hire a CEO to run that joint. Like I'm talking about like for real, like you gonna have to be at the top of the food chain at some point. So the best thing that we could do on this episode right now, if you're gonna be at the top of the food chain, we need to talk about top of the food chain mentality and top of the food chain thought processes. Because what I've been seeing recently, right? What I've been seeing recently is people at the top of the food chain acting like they in the middle and acting like they ain't got no problems, acting like they that nothing falls on them, acting like the decisions that they make don't affect millions, don't affect thousands of people. It's almost like with that Spider-Man thing that said with great power comes great responsibilities. These dudes just like with great power comes eh, they ain't about all that. They with great power becomes more money. with great power comes an office. Like they own that. They just like with great power comes a Tesla. Like they don't care about the responsibility. They all they doing is and not all of them. I ain't about to sit here and say like all of them are on some BS, but like for real, if you are going to be a part of something, if you're going to create something, what we want to talk about today, what I'm going to talk about today is that responsibility that comes with it, that mentality that comes with it, and that dog you got to have to keep it, bro. Because with what I'm seeing right now in the world, what I'm seeing right now in the world is some lackluster behavior coming from some people who never should have been placed in the power that they have right now. So let's talk about that, Mark.
Okay. Um, and it's interesting you said that because like you'll have people in those uh high positions, right? And they're straight, like you said, straight trash. And then you'll have people that are below them that are mentality wise way better than them. Like the people below them have that dog that you speak of. They helping out people without even being asked or told to. They're like, all right, I came here to get this job done, or I'm excited. I want to get this job done, so
Mm.
let me get it done. And then it's crazy because like the higher ups be the ones like tripping up people like that, because they're uh not necessarily doing too much, but like the higher ups, they don't know the process that well, so they're undermined. Well, not undermined, but like I said, tripping people up. Uh,
Mm.
it's I don't know how to really like explain that mindset. Like to me, it's just like some people have it and some people don't. I don't know if it's like I can't really say an environment thing because like we're from you know those poor unwealthy environments, but yet our drive and mindset is to be better, be greatness, rise to the occasion. But like we have people from same environment we are, and they're just, oh, I'm here for a paycheck.
No,
I'm here.
I ain't talking about all that, bro. I'm talking about like the need and the yearning of becoming something more, and then you get there and you don't act the part. So I'm talking about bossing up right
Oh,
now.
okay.
I'm talking about bossing up right now. I ain't talking about none of that. I ain't talking about decline right now. I'm talking about the there. I'm talking about the this is what you want to be. So this is what you're reaching for, and this is what you need to expect when you get there.
Okay.
So it's almost like right, like watch this, right? We started this joint. We started
mm,
this joint when I mean, what it's been 3 years since we started Ascension Media,
mm,
and like we started off on the wrong foot. Like just being real, we started off on the wrong foot. We was like, we came into this joint with worker mentalities. We was like, we gonna hit the ground running. We gonna do all this. We gonna do all that. We gonna do all this. But we never sat back and was like, yo, we gonna have to boss up if this is gonna do anything. Like we never sat back and was like, yo, we gotta make sure that we are the leaders of this thing. We never did that. So when that happened, we ended up standing still because of
mm,
it. Like we ended up doing all of the fluff stuff, all of the stuff that if we were real bosses, we would have got somebody else to do in the first place. If we were real bosses, we would have said, okay, well, if we were real bosses and really on a boss status, we wouldn't have had to have the group therapy session conversation. If we were in full boss leadership mentality, like I'm here to talk about the people who want more out of life and they know they want more. They see a destination for themselves. They know exactly where they want to be at, and that place is in charge of hundreds, maybe thousands, hell, even 10 people. Like you're in charge of people. Like you have you have a certain kind of influence and your job and everything that you do. And if you don't do something right, then it could fall back. It could fall down the ladder because they say what shit rolls downstream is the term. So
yeah.
let's talk about that. Like I don't want to talk about poor people right now. I ain't for all that right now. I ain't got the patience for talking about poor people right now. I don't.
Okay. Okay. Uh. Well, I mean, I don't really know. Uh. I know
Here's the
people
point
in
where you
that.
ask questions to understand more about where I'm coming from. If you ain't got nothing to add to that.
I feel that. So with those, or with that mentality, like, what are you trying to get the people to understand?
All right. So I all right, so check this out, right? I
Mm,
walked into Sheets. And
okay.
I hate to put them out like this, but I walked into the Sheets up here where I live at,
Mm,
and in comparison or in retrospect to where it is, like its location,
mm,
it's near the hospital. It's near a whole lot of kind of big businesses where people want to go. Obviously, gonna go to lunch. It's right off the highway, so it's the first truck stop that you're gonna reach. I mean, granted, it ain't really made. The parking lot ain't really made for
made
trucks,
for sure.
but
Yeah.
it's right off the highway. It's right there. Like it's a prime location
Mm,
for business, right? So why is it that every time we go to Sheets, I have a horrible experience? And I was thinking about that the last time I was up there, and it made me not want to go there no more. Like it's the cheapest gas in the area, and I still don't go there. Like it's that serious now. So like I'm up in there, and I'm having one of the worst experiences in my life. Like we just sat up there, we ordered food, we waiting on the food. It's like 35 minutes. We have folks come order their food after us, get their food before us. The all of the self checkouts was down, so we had to go to the register, and then the girl from the register put us on hold for like 5 minutes and just had us standing there looking boo boo in the face. Like it's just stuff like that. Like we were just like, yo, this is mad disrespectful, bruh. Like, how you got like 4 self checkouts and ain't none of them working? Like, how you got a person? Like, and with that being said, you would think that somebody will be at the register on it. So I'm sitting here looking at it like, yo, this is some weird stuff here, bro. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but I'm feeling some type of way about this. And then, as we're sitting there waiting on our food, right, the manager comes out. Bro, tell me why the manager's moving at the same pace, looking the same dumbfounded in the face, wearing Crocs, just like this employees, bro. He just come through sliding through there like he just got out of bed, bro. And I'm like, yo, what is happening here? And this man did, like, when he came out, he was obviously coming from an office or something. When he came out, he went to the soda machine, grabbed him a cup, got him a drink, and walked back in, bro. Like, there was no accountability. There was nothing being done. I was like, yo, that's weird, bro. Like, I ain't never seen nothing like that. So like this dude, and I don't know how they manager structure work. Like, I don't know if they do like store manager or like GM or like shift manager, shift lead, or whatever the case is like that. I don't know the hierarchy or whatever. But like, all I know is like, as a person sitting at the top, you got a responsibility to not only the people under you, but the people above you and the culture of the place that you're working for. So like, it pissed me off because, like, by the way, we were there waiting for 35 minutes because they forgot our food. They forgot to make it. Yeah, they skipped the whole number, bro. Like, that's the only part of the problem. But like, yo, I'm tired of coming across people like that, where you in a position of power, you have the power to change something, and like, yo, maybe I'm talking about myself too, because like, I know at work when things don't happen above me the way they're supposed to happen, I kind of revert back to default, bro. I'm like, yo, well, what's the point? But I don't know, like, is this a situation of like the chicken or the egg kind of thing? Because like, I'm put in a position where I have to overextend the limits of my power, and I gotta look like an asshole to you because I'm stepping into your turf because you supposed to be doing something but you ain't doing something. And like, yo, it creates a whole problem from the bottom up to the top, because like, you as a person working under me could be looking at me as the same at the same way, in the same manner, looking at me like, yo, you're in power. Like the old girl told me, you are leadership. You supposed to be doing this, but you letting this happen. And I'm like, sweetheart, I ain't got no power. I don't have no power. Like, I ain't got that. Like, I'm not there yet. Like, I appreciate you for respecting me enough to tell me that you think I have that power, but I ain't got it. So I'm talking about the people who are in charge of people, but they not in charge.
That's a tricky one right there, because like you mentioned, you have people over you, and if they're not doing their job, it trickles down to you, and then you have either one or two options, follow suit, or go above and beyond, stretch yourself thin, and try to cover up their mistakes.
Yeah,
and then also lead your team, and that leads to, I would say, if not done right, it'll lead to burnout. I don't.
it'll lead to your company imploding is what it'll lead to. Because you as the person sitting at the helm, and you gotta think about it like this. Think about a boat. Every decision, everything that you do as the captain of a boat full of people, you like to think about the Titanic, it was like Royal Cruises and all that other stuff like that. You're the captain, and you turn it, you manning this is it called the steering wheel, Mark? I don't really know what it's called. But
you got the helm.
Whatever the kid, I don't know what the thing is called. I don't even know if they still had a big joint no more, like they used to have on the old ships. I think they probably just got levers now. Like, I don't know, but you controlling this big ship, and this big ship is full of people. And you like, oh, I'm the captain now. They promoted me to captain, so fuck off. I'm getting paid now. Good luck to everybody else. So, but look, check this out, right? You the captain. You the only one allowed to touch the helm, right?
Mm.
You the only one allowed to touch the helm. So and you got people under you that works under you, but they not allowed in the room to touch the helm. But if the ship go in the wrong direction, you hold them accountable for the ship going in the wrong direction.
How in the world?
Are we getting somewhere now? That's what it's like. If you decide to take charge of something, that is exactly what it's like for your company. You're bottlenecking your company, and you are the bottleneck. Like you are the component that's not working because you ain't man your post like you were supposed to. So yeah. Is that a better example? Like, does that make sense, Mark?
Yeah. Because that's been the stigma of work for a long time. Like, a lot of people feel like, oh, since the people above me ain't doing work, or they ain't, doing what they supposed to, why should I be held accountable to do what I'm supposed to? And then, like you said, you get that domino effect where everybody feels that way, and then you only have like maybe one or two associates actually bossing up, and then they can't take it no more, so they implode. Uh, it's a
So all
yeah.
right, so everybody who's watching this
Mhm.
or listening to this, they got goals. You want to be somewhere. You want to be on top of something. I highly advise you to completely understand, come to grips within yourself, and figure out exactly why you want to do it.
Fact.
I think that's the first step right there. Figure out why you want to do it. Because if you figure out the why you want to do it, because like you might mess around and feel like you just want the position because it pay more.
Mm,
But like if
yeah.
you just want the position because it pay more, like somebody gonna have to suffer for that, and I don't think that's fair.
Fact. Fact. And we've all had that one manager that doesn't deserve the job. But why not be at better than that manager? Why not, do your own thing and use him as a example of what not to do. Use that person as an example of what not to do.
Mm,
And then when you get control of, your own helm, your own ship, your own business or whatever,
mm.
I mean, do what you need to learn what it takes to be that person. Like, take a class, take a course,
Right,
listen
right.
to whatever uh video you need, because you're gonna need to be that person. You're gonna it's if you don't rise to the occasion, you're gonna fall. Like, it's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, you have to be this person to succeed. Like, Spider-Man has to be Spider-Man, or millions die. Like, point blank simple. Like, superheroes have to be superheroes, or people die. Like, the world's gonna be taken over by villains, or just corruption itself is gonna take over. Like, these people have to do what they need to do. Like, uh uh EMT specialist has to do what they need to do. A doctor has to do what he needs to do. Like, all these people are in these positions where they have countless of lives being placed in their hands each and every day. And when you start a business, when you get to that position of boss, the same thing happens. Like, their people's lives or livelihoods are gonna be placed in your hands, and you have the power to either destroy them or lift them up to better heights.
But uh, I hope you understanding what I'm saying, bro. But like I'm starting to notice like there are it's not just as black and white as we think it is. Like
Mm,
this runs deep, bro. Like you think about every position in the world has the potential of having somebody in it that's in a position of high power who ain't got no intentions on doing right by the people under them, bro. Like absolutely none, dog. And it gets bad because like even for like a race standpoint, dog. Like you got people in positions who don't want that racial thing to stop, bro. You got people in high power who is preventing that from being abolished. Like for people to stop talking about it. Oh yeah, we want the news to start to keep talking about this because this is going to keep making us money. The more we talk about this, the more we get paid. Like you got people who ain't doing right by their people, dog. You got people like you got not only employees under you, bro. You got citizens under you, dog, and you ain't doing the right thing. Like you got you ain't doing the right thing, bro. Like it runs deep, man, and I'm starting to notice it a lot more. Like the stories of CEOs sitting at the top of their companies, bro, embezzling from the company, dog, is so common now, man. And I don't know if it's the fact that the population is high or the news is out now. Like I don't know what it is, bro, but like yo, like I'm starting to notice it a lot more, man. And it's happening so often, and people are just turning a blind eye to it, acting like it ain't even happening, bro. Like yo, you got somebody over top of you, and you working hard, right? And you busting your ass, and you don't even understand the fact that you only working hard or you only doing this much because the person above you ain't doing what they supposed to do. And then you turn around and do the same exact thing when you get into power. Like it just don't work, bro. Like I promise you, it just doesn't work, man. That's why smaller companies are the best companies to work for, because like it's easier to spot this stuff when it happens, man. Like it's easier to see it. So like if the CEO of on a team on a company of a team of 10 start falling off, the company in general is gonna fall off. Like let's just be
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
But like you can understand exactly why the company is falling off as somebody working with the CEO of that company and help them move in the right direction. Or you can they hired you to help them move in the right direction. So if he ain't moving in the right direction, and he don't do right by you, he mess around and fire you and get somebody else to do it. So like that's neither here or there. I ain't actually like I wasn't trying to go there, but like for real, it's easier to see a blip in the system when it's a smaller team versus like the police department
Ooh, okay.
versus city hall. I don't know how so many people get into the treasurer spot in the city of Petersburg that keep embezzling from the city of Petersburg. I don't know how that keep happening, but like the town ain't that big, bro.
Right.
It ain't like we rolling in dough either. Like for real, like I don't understand how it keep happening, but for whatever reason, in my lifetime, there's been 3 people embezzling from City Hall from taxpayer money.
That's insane. Uh,
So okay, go ahead. You got it.
I was gonna
'Cause
say, with the small businesses, right? It made me think of like, family owned businesses where, you know, it's not the window for mistakes or for corruption is airtight. Like it
hmm
can't happen because if one person
hmm
messes up, we don't eat. Like the whole family
Right.
don't eat. Like it messes up the whole chain. It messes up the whole reputation of this family owned business and whatnot. Uh, but the bigger the company, the wider that window
A lot of their
opens.
reach is, yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of times, big companies like that, they shove out like a small amount of money to settle whatever type of discrepancies they have, whatever type of rumors or negative propaganda they have against them. They got the money to just cover that up. Oh, our business is such and such. It's not getting the packages to the people on time. Oh, give everybody a bunch of deals. We'll put everything on sale. Uh, we got people embezzlement embezzling money from uh colleges, treasurer offices, and I mean, for my small town, we got a college that's sitting there just going to waste. Like none can be done with the college because it's been so long uh that somebody messed up. Somebody higher up, I think it was like the dean or whatever the highest person for a college is, was stealing money out of the thing, and the whole thing had to shut down. People can't even have a
Think about how many jobs got cut because you were in the power, you were in the position of power, and you decided to do that for yourself. Think about how many people you impacted.
not even people legacies. Like we from what I've heard, we that college was actually doing well. Like people were coming. It was a well known. Was it the HBC? I think it was the HBCU. Like we had people coming from like different states, to visit this college and whatnot. And you do that?
And, and
You
students already in school and got to figure out school again. They figure out how to, and they credits probably didn't even mean nothing.
oh, big fact.
Their credits probably didn't even mean nothing. Like their whole school establishment imploded, and they had to figure out how to get back into school and start their process all over again because you decided that you wanted to embezzle money. Think about that, bro. It's just it gets so deep, man. Like you in your position, you feel like you can't be touched. You're unstoppable, whatever the case is. Like I don't know what it is. Like and maybe you doing all you can, but like yo, you if you are in a position of power and you were making mistakes, like you gotta own up to that, man. Yeah, like I'm tired of seeing so many people so prideful of what they're doing, like and they make a mistake and they get to pass off the mistake like it's somebody else's mistake. Like you get to make a mistake and it's a catastrophic mistake, but somebody else get fired for it because you don't want to take ownership because of your mistakes. Like I'm getting so sick and tired of hearing about it, man. Like it's getting on my nerves, bro. Like and it seems like no matter where you go, it's always happening.
Yeah.
Like you even watching watching TV, like usually you see it on like the soap operas is on there, movies is on there. Like it is everywhere, man. I'm getting so sick and tired of hearing about it because it's so real right now that it's a real life epidemic right now. People doing that kind of exhibiting that kind of behavior in America right now. Like I don't, ah man, terrible.
And my thing is right. The big question on my end is like why? Like for like the TV shows
Oh, you
and
know why? Oh, you talking about TV shows? Okay, yeah. Go ahead. My
but
bad.
not in real life also, because in TV shows the answer to that is like you'll see. All right, we watching a police show now. We're real deep into that. One of the cops become corrupt or whatever. They can't live off the funds that they're getting, the salary that they're getting, so they steal money from drug dealers, or they become a dirty cop or whatever, or
Hmm.
uh they come to some type of business, the cops are investigating this business, somebody in the business are selling the corporation secrets or something, or because they're not making enough. It's always like money in the end. But
As
like
always, every single time.
you can't ask for help. You can't, like, what are we doing to bring us to the point where we have to do negative things like destroy somebody's livelihood, or kill people, or step over people in the name of money?
Hmm. That's all it is. Was that your question? I thought you had a question.
I do. Why are we doing it for money? Like money is, we can print money. We can get money from almost anywhere nowadays, but
I mean, it's a few reasons right there. Like you hit the nail on the head right there. It's definitely a money thing. It's like, and I think people do stuff like that because they don't really care about the position itself. What they want to do is protect their interest, and their interest is being their money. Like they enjoy having the power. They enjoy that. Like that's what they want that, but they don't necessarily care to have the responsibility. They just want the money and the power that comes with where they at. So when you get there, you won't do anything and everything possible to stay there. And that's what I think most people get into that headspace of doing of being cutthroat in order to keep their position. So man, and it's terrible, right? Because like I don't want nobody thinking I'm talking about like anything like of a personal experience. Like it's really broad, and like you be surprised. Like I just want y'all who listening to this to think about it. Like yo, how many places have you gone? Or how many environments have you stepped in where the where the person who's supposed to advocate for you the most, the person who's supposed to rock with you the most, is actually working against you, and y'all on different pages, y'all on different teams. He on his own team, and you on his team. Listen to that. He on his own team, and you on his team. Like it don't work, man. It's a two-way street, and for whatever reason, folks just riding that thing one way, going against traffic, man. It's crazy, man. So like for real, like I want y'all to think about how many environments that that you see this happening in, man. And you gotta be the change. You gotta be the change yourself. I know it's easy. It's so easy to fall into that environmental trap, man. That's what it is. It's the environmental trap, bro. Because like certain environments ain't doing this, dog. Like the people who work it, who doing it with integrity and using their morals to guide them, bro. And the Bible to guide them, like the real one, not the human one. You know the there are people out here doing it right, man, and they don't get no credit for doing it right. But the reason why they doing it right is because they don't care about the credit. You care way too much about the credit, and that's why you're doing it wrong, bruh. So like for real, I need y'all to understand, like yo, you can't like if you going into a position, like you got to do everything by the book. Like nothing can be done under board. Like you can't be that you can't be in a position of power that's responsible for other human beings and make decisions that harm them and benefit you.
I feel that. I feel that. Uh, so what do we want to tell the people at home? What do we want to uh drive in their minds? Because what you said brought me to I remember one time me and my friend we were talking about uh buying one of the empty buildings here and like opening up a subway, but like thought about it, right? And I was like, why get with Subway and open up something that's already name brand, already has like this reputation for it, good or bad? Uh, why don't we start fresh, make our own Subway junk, name it whatever,
You
and
always start fresh.
do it that way? No, for like, cause
No, I
I
was just thinking about the fact that you said like
oh,
Subway's slogan, start be
uh,
fresh.
cause if we do the Subway junk, we still gotta, I want to say when you do things like that, like say if you wanted to open up a McDonald's, you would still have to,
Franchising,
yeah, you would still have to give a cut to that franchise, I believe.
of
Think.
course.
Uh, so I was like, do our own thing, make our own reputation, do it that way, because with the franchise, you still are gonna be under somebody, I believe. You'll be under that franchise, so I think you would still have to sell the items at a certain price. You would still have to, do things a certain way. You still wouldn't have the freedom to do your own thing. Your name is just gonna be on the building or on that contract or whatever for that stuff. Like I think I mean, still they'll do like, I guess they remedy that by doing most of the legwork. Like I think they come out and,
Yeah,
but
they build the
still,
building for you. You can't just put a McDonald's into anything. Like you can't just buy out a random building and put a McDonald's in it. They'll
yeah,
most likely tear down the building and build another one.
yeah,
Um, you had to pay them
their fee they
their
pay.
fees. You have a regional manager, a regional director. Those are two different people, by the way. Um, but they do everything for you, and for the most part, you are the owner of that particular establishment, though. So your name goes on the wall somewhere on a plaque. Or McDonald's anyway. I don't know about all the other companies. The only reason I know that is because I want to own a McDonald's one day.
Okay, okay. Why not make your own chain of too much?
No, I ain't trying to do that. They got the brand, they got the
Mm-hmm.
marketing material. Do you know how much a McDonald's owner makes on average?
I'm not sure. I
One
think like
point $1.5 million a year,
just from one building.
just from one building. And you can own multiple.
Day. Okay. All right.
You know how
So
much it
maybe that
costs us? You know how much it costs?
to start one? Nah.
Yeah. 1.5 million.
So to start a McDonald's costs 1.5 million to get 1.5 million a year.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Huh. And we still got people out here being corrupt, embezzlements and all this other stuff in
I
the
mean, there's
name of
ways,
money.
there's so many ways to get money that's innocent. I don't understand how. Granted, it's not easy. I ain't saying it's easy.
That's true.
I feel like it's easier to just go out and steal money from your job. Like I mean, but they doing that, and I mean, it's also easy to get caught doing that. So I don't
Yeah.
understand why with the like ain't nobody looking at the books. Like you really thought that nobody was paying attention to the finances of this establishment? Like really?
I mean, but you gotta look at it. People above you ain't doing their job like they supposed to, so they feel like,
Oh, all right.
you know,
You you right. You right. Took the power right away from my statement. You
but
got it.
that,
You got it. That's real life right there. That's
yeah,
real life.
like we've been talking that what do you say? Poor process kills
A
hardworking
bad
decision.
process kills a good person every single time.
Yeah. And that's basically the meat of like this whole situation. Like you're in a job or you're in a position, uh higher or lower. Let's say higher. You're in a higher position and you're not doing what you're supposed to, so that trickles down to the person below you. And then once they've had enough, you know, they're gonna start either rebellion or they're gonna start either rebelling or they're just gonna copy your formula. They're gonna do what you doing, not doing the right things. And then that trickles down to the next person and the next person. And now you're failing. Your whole business is failing because you couldn't rise to the occasion and do right. Like,
I think the worst part in certain environments, the worst part is the fact that you don't even have to do the right thing by the people who you're responsible for in order to get to that next level. Like I think that's
what
the
you mean?
worst part right there. Like you don't have to do right by people in order to get promoted because
Yeah.
the people above you ain't necessarily looking for you to do right by the people. They don't really care about the people. They just like, yo, you exhibited that you could stand up with the big dog. So welcome to the club. So like they pat you on the back. You'd have destroyed and stepped on people's heads.
Mm.
You'd have jumped off of people's necks. You up here parkouring off of people's backs, like just trying to get to the top of the bucket. You don't even had to do. You'd have destroyed somebody's job. You'd have destroyed somebody's career. And this person just up here just doing what they supposed to do, doing right, but you just needed a target, and people still climbing the ladder even with that going on, man. So like it's and I think that's ultimately the one of the biggest problems, because like you never, like, if the environment never puts you in a mind space, or in a what am I trying to say? If the environment never puts you in a headspace where you feel like you had to take care of people, you never will. And the problem with that, like, corporate America ain't necessarily telling you got to take care of people. School ain't telling you got to take care of people. Like, your parents ain't telling you got to take care of people, because most of the time people coming from poor environments and they feel like you got to take care of yourself, as every man for himself. Get it or get got. Like, that's what they tell you. Like, it's a dog eat dog world. And that's why y'all doing these things. That's why, with great power comes money. That's why y'all on that. So, like, for real, you gotta challenge your values. That's what the thing is. You gotta challenge your values, like, for real. Like, the things that you learn, like, it for real. Like, if you I don't know nobody, for real. I don't know a person who can do stuff like that and don't think about it when they done. Like, I just can't imagine, like, you slap somebody, you just stone them, and you just stone them to death, and you don't have no emotions about it when you're done. Like, I don't see that being the case, bro. Like, I know that for the most part, like, most people are decent until they get to a situation where they can't be decent anymore. Like, I get that, but, like, you as a human being, you got to understand, like, yo, this is at some point is going to come back and haunt me. Like, I don't know how it's gonna come back and haunt me. I don't know if it's like because I'm repressing it right now because I don't want to feel it right now. I don't want to be there. But, like, at some point, you're gonna have to challenge your morals. You're gonna have to challenge your values, and you're gonna have to figure out how to make yourself better for the people under you, bro, and for yourself. And, like, for those of you who want to get to that spot, always remember that you are not the only one on this planet. Your family ain't the only family in existence. Your legacy ain't the only legacy out there living, bro. So you got to make sure that you're doing right by people. And if you do right by people, people will do right by you. And that's what I want to leave with the people today.
Word. Word. All right. So what we got coming up, Mac?
So I'm done with book 5.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm done. It's finished. It's behind me and in front of me all at the same time. That's it.
Word.
That's
Word.
that's where we at right now. So, at some point after, I mean, it might be during the vacation. Um, I got a little bit of work that I got to do when we get out there on our vacation. Um, uh, that I plan on doing, but I'll probably get a little writing started, and start working on the Gem State Siege again, man. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to get back into it and read it again. Like, I know I talk a lot. I give it a lot of flack for the fact that I read it 11 times, but uh, yeah, man. It's we're moving up, man. We're moving forward. Things are starting to look a little different, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this transition period that we in right now, man, is getting a little wobbly, but we maintaining it to the best of our abilities.
Word. Word.
But yeah, man.
Uh, dang, that's crazy. That's crazy. Same. Trying to get into a position where everything is stable. Things are still a little rocky. With Court's job. Um, It's official. I am a certified notary public, not republic. I don't know why I keep want to say republic. But notary public. Got the certificate and everything. Did the little, sworn in and all that other stuff. Uh, so now I'm gonna try to. Hopefully by next week I can start making a little extra money on the side from that. Still got another application to do to put in to get my online certification. But once you have the physical certification, it's easy to just apply for the online part and then start working.
I don't know what none of that means, but good luck.
We making money. That what we getting to. We the right way, you know. Um, but yeah, that's about it on my end. Just working, trying to get everything rock solid so we can be in a position to not be in the position we are in now, basically. Uh, so yeah, yeah. That's about it, folks. This has been the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack. Before we go, please trample over that like and subscribe button. We do this for y'all because we love y'all, and we just want to give y'all the motivation to be better than y'all were yesterday. And always remember, those who shy away from addressing the elephant in the room are doomed to be crushed by the weight of it. We love y'all.
Peace. Love y'all. See y'all next week.